Steel, Kavod, I'm Shamshin HaRav, I'm not the Kavod Pras, I'm not the Kavod Pras. You should serve your master not with looking forward to any rewards or gains, pras, but do it all for the sake of heaven. Shlam nas l'kavod pras. A prime example, a very dramatic example of Shlam nas l'kavod pras. There was in the town of Hardinke, the Nafki Hardinke, Rabbi of Hardinke. There was in the community there was a. Hello. Yeah. Dial again. So there was in the community there was an orphan home, and they came running to the Rabbi of Nochim. They said that their credit is depleted, so they weren't able to find what that any of the suppliers should supply to feed the unfortunate orphans. There's nothing. The cupboard is empty. The poor orphans are starving, and they said they don't know what to do. So he said, well, what would you want me? In what way can I help? So he said, well, I'll tell you. They said, there's the wealthiest Jew in the community, but just like he is so wealthy, but he's even more arrogant. So we don't know who else to turn to, and in addition, let alone he might not receive us, but what's even worse, he might act very disrespectful. Who knows exactly how he'll react when we come to ask him for help. So he says, look, I finished talking beer, there's nobody else to turn to. We'll go to him. So they knocked on the door, and they told him, Rabbi, Mr. Goldberg, so-and-so, Moshe. He said the situation is desperate in the orphan home. The unfortunate, innocent orphans haven't got what to eat. We haven't got what to feed them. And so he says, so what do you want from me? He said, well, we'd like you to help. So he says, out of here, and he takes, and he smacks the rabbi. That they thought he'll say words, he'll be disrespectful. But this, they couldn't, in their wildest dreams, they couldn't imagine that he should do something like this. Those that went with him regretted that he subjected the Rav to this sort of reception. But he remained calm. He turned to him, he says to him, that Moshe, Mr. Goldberg, he says, that slap is for me. Now what about the orphans? That's how I'm not a couple of pras. Then again, not always does it mean that a person should always deny himself. There was in Eretz Yisrael, in a town, the community needed a mikveh, and they're looking for someone who was capable of fundraising. They had to build a new mikveh, need someone who's capable of fundraising. So they found a gentleman who could do the job and would bring the necessary results. So they told him, they said, you know, we don't want you to, you have thought you're a family man, we don't want you to spend your time, you have to support your family. So we want to make sure that you'll be taken care of. The days that you spend raising money, we'll take care of, make sure the community will, which, oh no, heaven forbid, he says, he wants to do the L'Shem Shemayim, he wants to do it for the sake of heaven. He doesn't want any kind of payment or reward. So the Chazon Ish told him, he says, my dear Jew, he says, if, he says, you'll take the payment that's coming to you, you have a family that you have to support, that will be L'Shem Shemayim, that will be for the sake of heaven. But he says, if you won't take any money, then you're doing it for honor. Don't do it for honor. Do it for the sake of heaven. There's two verses, two psukim with the word tamid, which means at all times. Shvish Hashem lenegdi samid, that we should always imagine, have before us a picture of the Almighty is before us at all times. There's also another verse, Leiv Toiv Mishte Tamid, that a good heart always has what to drink. So we say that Shnei Smidin Ki Hilchosam. They're both Tomis, both of them have their place, their time and when. Leiv Toiv Mishte Tamid, that's how it ends in Ar Chaim, ends in Hilchos Megillah. So each thing has to have its time and place. Live and let live. Chanani ben Akash Omer, Rosa Bari Baruch Hu, Zakois Esh Yisrael, Tzika Kiblam Teira Mitzvahs, Shenema, Anrei Chovetz Ma'aseh Yad Teira Yad. Rizkadash, Shmei Rabbi.